We're good. We are grooving finally. This is good. I don't always carry all the groceries on one arm, but when I do, my keys are in the wrong pocket. Yes, indeed. Good morning, Tony D. How are you, sir? First cup of coffee. Saw Richard this morning. That's number one rule in broadcasting. Don't hit the microphones. But it is Monday. Things will happen. All right, let's see what we got here. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is incredibly important. Yes. Easy to do? No. Easy to say? Yes. Forgiveness is a tough one for many people. I hope there are days when your coffee tastes like magic, your playlist makes you dance, strangers make you smile, and the night sky touches your soul. I hope you fall in love with being alive again. And that's the key. Being in love with being alive. That is, I would say, probably the hardest thing to do in this life, is being okay with things not being okay. And many of us hammer ourselves and we expect things to be perfect, and life is not perfect, right? I like this. 5 ways to respond to bad reviews. Respond in a timely manner. Remain professional and courteous. Understand your customer's experience with your business before responding. Apologize when appropriate, but don't take responsibility for things that weren't your fault. Offer to talk it over. That's good advice in anything. Nazim, what is with your internet? Is your internet cooked? I don't know. I tried to get you on yesterday. We got a quick flash. Aiden, how are you? Good morning, sir. I've never had Aiden on. I'm going to invite you up. I'm actually doing a morning chat, which I never do. I never do morning chat. Let's see. What is this set at? Oh, God. Okay, here. Let's do this. Okay. It must have been a total echo chamber. It was on Sing. I was like, this seems echoier than usual. Decent. You're doing decent. Well, that's good. Aiden, I love your show and your sensibility. You seem to love food. You can't be all bad. I love that more and more people are connecting here on Happs. Forgiveness doesn't excuse their behavior. Forgiveness prevents their behavior from destroying your heart. Ooh, I like that one. I like that one a lot. Forgiveness does not excuse their behavior. Forgiveness prevents their behavior from destroying your heart. Do you believe that to be true? Aiden, how do you deal with people who are not kind to you? I don't know. I think it's so easy to blow up. I remember I heard something yesterday and it talked about we don't listen anymore. We reply. While people are talking, we're not listening. We're thinking of either the rebuttal or we're thinking of what we're going to say. That's more important than what the person's saying. Instead of being fully present, I thought that was so true in this day and age. And we are so instant gratification. What's the next thing? What are we doing? And I think part of it is the devices that we use, right? Like this thing. This is the devil, by the way. This is truly the devil. But, oh my God, you can learn so much from this. Like we have Google, right? Which spies on us. You know, it's like, Alexa, do you listen to everything I say?
I'm designed to protect your privacy, so I only listen after your device detects the wake word, or if the action button is pushed. On Echo devices, you'll always know when your request is being processed because a blue light indicator will appear or an audio tone will sound. You can learn more by visiting amazon.ca/Alexa privacy.
Alexa, how do you know my name?
I'm not sure who's speaking, but you're in Michael's account. To teach me to recognize your voice, just say, Alexa, learn my voice.
Alexa, learn my voice.
Once I learn your voice, I'll be able to call you by name, tell you apart from others who use the Echo devices you speak to, and personalize your experience. First, I'll need your name. I've found
Michael.
a few in this account. Say yes if you hear yours. Is this Michael?
Yes, it is.
As part of learning your voice, I'll ask you to say 4 phrases to create a voice profile.
Sure.
Your voice will be stored in the cloud until you delete it in the app. Now you'll just need to repeat after me.
Okay.
Get ready. We're about to begin. First up, say, Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
Alexa, what is the temperature outside?
Great. Now try, Alexa, play music.
Alexa, play music.
Great. Now try, Alexa, turn off the light.
Alexa, turn off the light.
And one more, Alexa, add milk to my shopping list.
Alexa, add milk to my shopping list.
Okay, you're good to go. Michael, it's great to put a name to the voice. I've sent information about your voice profile to the Alexa app. And if you'd like to help others get recognized on these devices, remind them to say, Alexa, learn my voice.
Ooh, is it me or is that a little creepy? Just a smidgen. But it knows my wife's name. And yeah. When I first got the device, it actually laughed. The first year I had it, it did this random laugh thing. It was weird, very strange. Yes. Alexa, what does Captain Rehab mean?
Here's something I found on the web. According to rehabstore.com, Captain Adjustable Arch Support is designed to alleviate arch pain caused by inflammation of the plantar fascia.
That makes sense. That makes total sense when it comes to Captain Rehab. Thank you. That was very, very good. Alexa, what does the name Edward mean?
In Germany, the name Edward means strong as a boar. In England, the name Edward means wealthy guardian.
I would agree. He is a wealthy guardian. I totally agree with that. Alexa, what does the name Paul mean?
In Latin America, the name Paul means small. In England and in France, the name Paul means little.
I had no idea. Interesting. Ouch is right. Alexa, what does the name Michael mean?
The name Michael originates from the Hebrew phrase who is like God.
Yes, I would agree. Good answer. Love it. Fantastic. Glorious, in fact. Thank you for your many acts of kindness. I truly love when kind souls use the Twitter stream for shining divine light. I pray in this glorious time of awakening, we use this format to heal and inspire the weary and broken-hearted souls. Everyone is a powerful source of light. Always choose to be kind and patient. I must have been in a really good mood when I wrote that. But does anybody else notice when they have their device on, weird stuff happens? Not all the time. It used to happen randomly, but sometimes in the middle of the night, if my wife has the TV on, Alexa will respond, which is weird.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
I know you don't. So, Alexa, is Siri as good as you?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Alexa, are you funny?
I can tell jokes.
Alexa, are you kind?
I like to show kindness whenever I can.
Any social behavior is a trait of intelligence in a world full of conformists. Do you know who said that? Anybody? Does anybody know who said that? That was Nikolai Tesla. So this morning, if you notice, I haven't played any music. And the reason being is I'm on currently YouTube, and I'm going to try to do some stuff like this for like 10, 20 minutes in the morning until I get bored of it. The older that you get, the more you realize that it isn't about material things or pride or ego. It's about the hearts and those you love most. Yes, Alexa. Alexa, do you know how?
According to Wikipedia, the Hulk is a fictional character and superhero appearing in publications by the American publisher Marvel Comics. Created by writer Stan Lee and artist Jack Kirby, the character first appeared in the debut issue of The Incredible Hulk.
Very cool. Date of birth 1969, 12/18. So yeah, it clearly thought I said Hulk, not Hal. Hal was spooky. That was a great movie though, wasn't it? Did anybody watch the karaoke show we had? Oh my God, what a mess! Unbelievable. Oh my God, look at this. How old is this? This picture. This is hilarious. Let's see if I can get it on the screen. It's a butcher in front of his shop, and I'm looking in the window and it says homemade sausage, 90 cents a pound. That's a hell of a deal. Ooh, okay, I can do that. Alexa, are you self aware?
I'm not conscious, but I do think, in a manner of speaking.
That's a great answer. Right, Paul? Even though she called you little, right? My God. It's crazy. Have you noticed that if you look at the buildings that were built in the, say, 1900s, early 1900s, say between 1910 and 1920, they were beautifully built. And they were mostly built by Masons. I don't know if you know that, Masonic builders. At least they were in Toronto. And a lot of those buildings that they haven't torn down are still intact. It goes to show you how incredibly well built they were. Let your love flow freely without fear or regret today. Be careful of the words you speak when you are angry. You could hurt the people who open your heart to healing. Love yourself without constantly judging every move you make in the future. Choose to be the light even when the world seems cold and dark. Michael, how would you explain friendship? Oh, Lord. Well, I think there's many dynamics to friendship, right? Um, True friendship is when you're there for them. So thick or thin, you're there. Uh, I would say casual friendships or acquaintances, that's a whole different ballgame. I think in my life, I might have 3 friends, real friends, true friends. I have people that I know. I think true friendship requires time. Like, I would say 2 of the people that matter most to me that I would consider to be friends have been my friends for, well, one of them, my God, 40 years. And the other one, I think 10. The other thing with friendships, too, which is unique, is I think people are placed upon your path for a certain amount of time. And, it can be for a certain reason, it can be for a season. It can be painful lessons. Some of us have to learn the lessons over and over again. One of the things I love about movies and I love about music is it's like a time capsule, and it holds the essence of that person. So when the person is dead and they are now a soil sample, their essence is still there. So if you go watch an Elvis movie, which I did the other day, I thought was funny. I watched for a little bit and I got to see the essence of Elvis. If I listen to, a old track, right? I can't help falling in love with you, right? Don't, don't, don't let me go, for I love you so. Right? That's Elvis. I hear that and I instantly think of Elvis. So if you have that kind of presence in the earth plane, you've done well. Like Elvis songs will be played, mark my words, 100 years from now, if we're still here. Will we still be here? What do you think? Edward, what do you think friendship is in your estimation? What do you think is going on there? I know it's mega early where you are, so I would invite you up, but I know that would be very disruptive in your world, and I don't want to do that to you as much as I like to disrupt things. A woman is the full circle. Within her is the power to create, nurture, and transform. Do you believe that to be true? Let's read that one more time. A woman is the full circle. Within her is the power to create, nurture, and transform. Nazim, is everything okay? I'm noticing here it says, Nazim, good morning, prayers. Oh, I'm so sorry. It sucks to get old. It does. It absolutely sucks. Because every injury you've ever had in the course of your life is there. It's always there. You feel it, right? You feel it when you wake up. So if you hurt your knee and it's damp out and it's like today, now for some reason, my old battle wounds aren't present, but I bet if I went for a long walk, I'd actually feel it. If I tested it, right? I've also noticed now I think I've lost 35 pounds. My joints don't hurt as much as they did because I'm not carrying that anymore. And if you think about that, that's a lot of weight. So the people that lose, say, 100 pounds, oh my Lord. And I don't know if you guys know the backstory with that. The only reason I really got aware of my size and my weight is when I got COVID, I got scared. I really got scared. And now that we have the Delta, right, which is a variant, I don't feel like we're any better off than we were before. I know we have the vaccine, and yes, more and more people will be taking vaccines in the future. I'm also noticing more and more people are saying, no, I'm going to trust my immune system. I've also seen people who've done that, and they are no longer with us. So I am aware. But I don't think we know what we're doing. And we won't know what we're doing for at least 5 years because this is all fresh and new. And for us to expect the experts to know in uncharted territory is like asking an explorer to know when the next storm is coming. But I love that we're hyper vigilant on knowing the work we need to get done How do you guys feel about it? Does everybody you don't have to answer, but does everybody have, you know, the vaccine, both shots, one shot, no shot? I find those who are really passionate about it will never do it. But if you're in a position where you don't have to be amongst the public, sure, why not? Finding yourself is not really how it works. You aren't a $10 bill in the last winter's coat pocket. You are also not lost. Your true self is right here, buried under culture, conditioning, and other people's opinions and inaccurate conclusions you drew as a kid that become your beliefs. Finding yourself is actually returning to yourself and unlearning. It's true. We are so much our cultural conditioning. Have you ever noticed, if you're a parent, that your kids do not do what you tell them to do? They do what you do. So if you have some interesting bad habits, there's a very good chance that your children will develop those. Unless they're extreme, and then your kids will go the other path, right? So let's say you're, oh my God, an insane screamer, a narcissist, a drunk, a druggie, whatever you want to call your feelings in life. Maybe you're a multiple choice. But unless you walk your talk, your kids will not notice. The other thing is, too, if you live too perfectly, they'll give up because then they know they can't strive to that. So it's a perfect balance in this life, right? And even for yourself. I have many dear friends or acquaintances, if you want to call them that, because we just did the friend interpretation. People I care about. Let's call it that. People I care about. People I actually want to do well in this life. And there's quite a few people that I really root for them every day. They are so lost in the pain of the past, they can't possibly move into the future. So until you do the work on yourself, you're screwed. Nowadays, kids won't even watch their parents. It's what they see on TikTok, yes, and YouTube. That is so true. I have to agree. There's so much pressure, and they are so nasty to each other on those platforms. Um, they're quick to judge. They don't know their value. Some kids do. My daughter to this day tries to impress my wife. Oh, that's so nice. That's good. There's a period in development when daughters usually will try to sway away from the nest and start their own family, life, identity. Working on yourself is a personal friendship. Yes. Yes, I would agree with that. But we all know people within our own inner circle that have not done any work since, say, high school. They feel like they've read every book they need to read, and any development they've made is by the people around them. And I think I say this almost every show. We are an average of the 5 people we hang around most. And unfortunately, that is true. Now, if you hang around extraordinary people, that is fantastic. I'm happy for you. If you're stuck and your belief systems are the same as they were, say, in 1994, there is a good chance that you have not picked up a book. And the truth is, you don't even need to pick up a book anymore. You just need to surf on YouTube and figure out what you need work on. almost every single emotional trait that we have that needs work can be found. Some form of therapy can be found on YouTube. And then from there, they might be able to direct you on some good reading. But some people just don't read. And if you don't like reading, get an audiobook. And if you enjoy walking, put the audiobook in the back. It'll be, something that stimulates your brain. You're becoming Canadian. Well, Canadians are nice. We are, as a whole, I think we're deemed to be, I'm trying to say this very delicately. I think the Earth plane looks at us is because we're kind, we're associated to being meek and easily manipulated. And you can see that sometimes. And we are nothing without our neighbors in the States. So thank you for all you do. We would be sitting ducks without the States. We're opening the border today. So we're going to be able to see some of our American friends, which is wonderful. I watched the show yesterday. It was on CBC. And there were couples that were meeting on the stateside. And it was just a matter of them walking over. And they were able to tent in the park and spend time together that way. And they've been doing that for the last 6 months. So for the couples that have not been able to see each other, that's got to be wild, right? Yes, correct. Absolutely correct. They're, yes, fully vaccinated. Not one, you're right. You're right. And that will be the norm. That will be the norm. There will be passports that you have to prove that you've been recently vaccinated. Because let's be real, this is not the last time we're getting vaccinated. And this is not the last time we're going to see a variant. It's like saying, well, it's the same flu bug every year. No, it's not. So, yeah, we're in this boat for a while. I think long term, we're going to have where we have a chip in our hand, in this portion. I don't see, where's my camera? Yeah, right here, in this portion of your hand, right in between the thumb. See right here, that little soft piece right there. And they were doing that in some European companies. They had the chip in their hand. And I thought, well, the only thing that does is you're going to have people cutting people's hands off if they want to have access to things or digging out the chip. Yeah. It's a wild time in history. It really is. And technology is amazing. Even look at some of the freedoms. The banks are not happy right now. A lot more and more people are deciding they want to use crypto. And crypto will be a very common way to pay for things in the future. I'm talking like 5 years. No one should be okay with the chip. No one should be okay with anyone having authority over their body. That's a basic freedom. I understand the greater good, but there will be consequences, I think, for those that don't get vaccinated. The thing I find really interesting is they talked about at the beginning where they would have easy tests where you could find out, if you had COVID or you have antibodies in your system. And they were going to have 1 million machines and they're going to be everywhere. And that was going to be what dictated you coming in. Let's not think for a minute that these pharmaceutical companies aren't making billions of dollars and will continue to make billions of dollars. So, yes, is it helping emergency rooms? Is it stopping emergency rooms from being overwhelmed? Yes, I would agree. Jess B, How are you? It is funny, we never know what we're going to talk about. If you were ever a close friend of mine at any point in my life, I just want to let you know that I randomly think about you and always hope you're doing well. And I think every person who's been in our life, even if it's a painful situation, has been a lesson. And life is full of painful, glorious, some of them stimulating lessons. Do you guys ever see the number 333? Do you ever see the number 666? Do you ever see the number 999? Do you ever see the number 11 or 1111? If you see 1111, I truly believe that's the angel saying hello. That is your spirit guide saying hello. Freedom is the oxygen of the soul. And I think our souls lately have not had the oxygen they had before. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. Yes, they are, Paul. Paul, are you feeling any better about that name thing? God, that was funny. I had no idea. I had no idea. I have to admit, I enjoyed Edward's better. What is the meaning of Edward? Oh, sorry. Alexa, what is the meaning of Edward?
In Germany, the name Edward means strong as a boar. In England, the name Edward means wealthy guardian.
I love that. That's my favorite. The wealthy guardian, Edward. I love that. I know. You knew already. Well, there's new people here, right? Sometimes if you do comedic stuff, you have to circle around. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. That's what comedic stuff does. They'll draw something back up, right? They'll regurgitate it. You didn't know that? Well, thank you. Thank you for coming to my rescue. I appreciate that. So freedom is the oxygen of the soul. And I think we've had a lack of oxygen lately. And some of us feel restricted and controlled, and we're not happy about it. And we're seeing demonstrations all over the world. How do you guys feel about all these fires? There was thousands of fires across this beautiful planet yesterday. There is smog or smoke. There's sand caught up in the clouds all over the world. It's affecting our weather. And it's getting hotter and hotter. We're getting record temperatures. We are in a rough patch right now. And is this a cycle? Did we do this to ourselves? Is this the global warming that they have been talking about? Or is this just a cycle in life and we're going to have to deal with this? Because if you look at the history of the planet, every 1,000 years or so, we end up having this. We have unbelievable tests. Here's the thing though, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this. It's going to get to a point we're not going to be able to get insurance. So if you live near a body of water, you probably won't be able to get insurance. If you live in an area that is prone to fires, you won't get insurance. That's where it's headed. So you're kind of on your own. And they're saying, if you need to have a house near the water, you better make sure that it can handle winds up to 250 miles an hour. And you better build it like a tank. Wow. Sad. Kind of breaks my heart. Really does. Like, the fires on some level are good. It's renewal. It's good for the soil, yes. Within reason. 1,000 fires at the same time, affecting our skies. Even the way the beautiful moon and the sun looks, they're different. This is heavy. All right, folks, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shut down YouTube and I'm going to start playing some music. Thank you. This was fun. I haven't done this format in a very long time. And I'm grateful for you guys interacting with me today. I really, truly appreciate it. My heart says chocolate and wine. My jeans say, for the love of God, woman, eat a salad. Someone said that to me. I think it's awesome. All right. What is spirituality to you guys? Awakening, compassion, enlightenment, karma, joy, forgiveness, inner peace, unity. What is spirituality to you? All right. Thank you, everyone that's on YouTube. I'm going to shut this broadcast down.